Hi everyone, Andy here, and welcome back to the AI Breakdown. As you will have probably heard by now, OpenAI launched AgentKit earlier this month, their new shiny agent builder, and the internet quickly declared automation tools like n8n dead in the water. Spoiler alert, they're not. That said, I'm excited about the possibilities AgentKit brings, especially as it evolves over time. So over the past few weeks, I've been getting hands-on with the AgentKit, building prototype solutions, and putting it head-to-head with n8n, my long-time automation workhorse, to see how it stacks up. I tested both on real-world projects, like a prototype that now part automates my weekly AI news roundup. It hunts down recent stories, filters the best ones, and drafts a script ready for my review. In today's episode, I'll break down how they compare, where each shines, and when to choose one over the other. AgentKit landed on October 6th at OpenAI's Dev Day in San Francisco. It's their new toolkit for building, deploying, and optimizing AI agents. Think of it like Canva for agents, a visual builder where you can drag, drop, and connect steps without much code. It includes three core components: Agent Builder, which is the visual canvas itself; ChatKit, a slick way to embed your agents as chat widgets on a website; and something called the Connector Registry, which lets you connect to tools like Gmail, Google Drive, or Outlook using the MCP protocol. That's Model Context Protocol if you want the technical term. But philosophically, AgentKit isn't trying to be another workflow engine. It's a reasoning system. It's built for people who want to design behavior more than connect systems. It's there to help you create and deploy AI-centric agents with natural language prompts, while n8n is a broader, more flexible platform for connecting various apps and services through complex, event-driven workflows. When it comes to scale, in his Dev Day presentation, CEO Sam Altman revealed that ChatGPT now serves 800 million weekly active users, whilst processing over 6 billion tokens per minute through their API. That's the audience AgentKit can potentially tap into, and it's still growing. n8n, on the other hand, has been around for years. It's an automation powerhouse with over 1,000 integrations, webhooks, schedules. You can go no code and use their drag and drop designer, or you can roll your sleeves up and embed coded logic, and it gives you the ability to talk to basically any API you can imagine. It's the Swiss Army knife of automation. It's more technical but infinitely flexible. With over 151,000 GitHub stars, n8n ranks among the most popular open source projects out there, and for good reason. It's got a massive community of over 200,000 members building templates and solving real problems together. So how do they compare? Let's start with the AgentKit. It's incredibly easy to get going. You can spin up a flow that starts, calls an agent, searches the web, and spits out results in minutes. No API keys necessary and no config headaches. For simple tasks, it's straightforward. The web search quality is genuinely impressive. Much higher fidelity than what I've seen through n8n. In order to design logic-based workflows, you need to map data to JSON schemas. OpenAI have made this straightforward with a built-in schema designer, accompanied by an embedded AI agent that will help you get up and running quickly. And I really like their widget builder, which lets you create custom UI components using natural language, then map them to agent outputs, which unlocks richer experiences and great flexibility. They make it dead simple to create something that looks polished out of the box. There are also some nice touches under the hood: evaluation tools for testing prompts, trace grading, and dataset comparisons. Things that show OpenAI is thinking about how you improve an agent, not just build one. Companies like Ramp report that AgentKit transformed what used to take months of complex orchestration into just a couple of hours. They say the visual canvas keeps product, legal, and engineering on the same page, slashing iteration cycles by 70%. But when you start to stretch it a bit, one of the first hurdles you'll encounter is the documentation is still light and non-existent for some things. And once you move beyond simple chat flows, it quickly gets tricky. Non-technical users will find this challenging, and the UI isn't that intuitive. I'm a veteran techie, and I was pulling my hair out trying to do a basic loop to process a set of records. Sounds simple, right? It should have been, and I was quite surprised at how unintuitive their designer can be. One of the biggest constraints, And this wasn't unexpected. AgentKit only runs OpenAI models. There's no way to mix in Anthropic's Claude, Google's Gemini, or local models, so you lose flexibility if you want to combine providers, as I often do in n8n and in my own Python projects, to pick the right tool for the job, get better control over costs, and so on. So you're locked into OpenAI's ecosystem entirely. Another limitation is workflows can only be triggered through chat interactions. You can't set up scheduled jobs, webhook triggers, or event-driven automations like you can with n8n. So if you need something running in the background on a timer, AgentKit just isn't designed for that. That said, it's early days. This feels like an MVP. There's a basic UI to build out your workflows and a visual canvas, but you get a strong reasoning foundation as you'd expect from OpenAI to make decisions and process data. You can easily equip your agents with knowledge, for example with file search and via vector stores, and they have made it simple to build guardrails into your flow so that you can protect against hallucinations, jailbreaks, and other risks. Deployment is built in, and you can actually export your workflow as Python code if you want to go into full developer mode. Billing doesn't even start until November 1st, 2025, so OpenAI is clearly still in the get, feedback, and iterate phase. Now let's talk n8n. I've been using n8n for a while, and it's just in a different league for automation. But like I say, it serves an entirely different purpose. It's a flexible, powerful, and mature automation tool that can easily connect disparate applications, and you can trigger workflows from just about anything. Emails, Slack messages, webhooks, CRMs, calendars, you name it. It has over 1,000 native integrations, plus an HTTP node so you can hit any API in existence. This gives it incredible reach. And one thing that really stands out over AgentKit is observability. Every node shows you exactly what's going in and out, so debugging is painless. You can replay runs or specific segments of your workflow without having to start the whole thing over, making the development process efficient. You can inspect variables to see precisely where things broke down or need optimizing. It's one of those platforms that rewards curiosity. You can always dig deeper. They've also got an AI agent built in now, which tries to create workflows for you from a prompt. It's handy, especially if you're new to the tool. Though, like most AI assistants, it still can't fix its own mistakes, which can be a bit frustrating. But honestly, the value outweighs the annoyance. Within n8n, you can actually replicate a lot of what AgentKit does. It has the key foundations, AI agents, web search, knowledge integration, even chat interfaces. And n8n gives you a much bigger toolbox overall. But I'll be honest, AgentKit's chat kit just looks better. Those built-in widgets and the ability to create your own via a prompt, it's properly polished in a way n8n's chat implementation isn't quite there yet. And while n8n supports multiple model providers, the reliability of non-OpenAI models for more complex tool-based agents isn't always great yet. So even though you can switch providers, like OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, whatever, OpenAI still tends to give the most consistent results for complex agent workflows. Another n8n weak spot for me is web search quality for deep research. For example, I used Perplexity models inside n8n to do the research for my news podcast episodes, and what it gave me was pretty underwhelming compared to AgentKit's built-in search. So when you need high-quality research or in-depth analysis, AgentKit's web search just works better and was a lot easier to set up. Still, n8n is my go-to for anything serious, especially for automations that run in the background, touch multiple systems, or need a proper audit trail. With features like role-based access control, audit logs, and Git integration for version control, it's genuinely enterprise-ready. Right, let's wrap this up with a quick recap on how they compare. Firstly, when considering speed to first useful result, that one goes to AgentKit. Well, at least when focusing on agent-centric solutions. It's super beginner-friendly, quick to prototype something simple, and the templates mean you can have something running in minutes. But don't forget that n8n does offer its own AI agent to help you spin up workflows quickly, handling most of the heavy lifting for you, so in theory it's not far behind. In fact, this is probably the quicker of the two when building more complex workflows. When it comes to options to trigger automations, and the ability to run these in the background, that's where n8n shines. They have webhooks, schedules, events, all ticking away quietly behind the scenes while you get on with your day. And in terms of integrations to connect your apps and systems, n8n wins again. It's got over 1,000 integrations and connectors compared to AgentKit's small library. Basically, if it has an API, you can hook it up in n8n. And remember that n8n supports multiple AI providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. AgentKit is OpenAI only, so full vendor lock-in. In terms of user interface, AgentKit's chat kit is modern, sleek, and ready for production. It's genuinely polished and outshines the n8n equivalent. What about debugging and control? For me, that's all n8n. Whilst you get some decent tools within OpenAI, n8n provides much better observability. You can easily track data flow, you've got proper error handling and just better overall control. And n8n also provides more options when it comes to hosting and data ownership. You can self-host it or use their cloud. AgentKit's all managed by OpenAI, so you're basically trusting them with everything. But this also comes with convenience. And finally, let's look at cost. If you self-host, n8n is free to use with unlimited workflows and executions, but you manage your own server, updates and support, and bear those costs. Their cloud plans start at $20 per month and includes 2,500 executions and basic support. This is suitable for individuals or small teams, and you only pay for full runs, not every little step, so it can be pretty efficient. But remember, regardless of if you go self-hosted or opt for their cloud service, you will still pay for third-party services and API calls like using an OpenAI API or other services like SERP. When it comes to AgentKit, billing begins November 1st with no charges before that date. Each account includes 1 GB of free monthly storage for ChatKit file and image uploads, after which usage is billed at 10 cents per gigabyte per day. Some components remain completely free. You can design and iterate in Agent Builder at no cost until you hit Run, self-host ChatKit, and pay only standard model token charges, and access enterprise controls like SSO, RBAC, and audit logs without extra fees. The workflow automation market is massive, and whilst the estimates vary, it's currently valued at about $20 billion and projected to reach $80 billion by 2030. AgentKit positions OpenAI to capture a meaningful slice of that, especially for teams already using ChatGPT or the OpenAI API. n8n continues to expand too. Its AI agent features are improving, the community is exploding, and it's cementing itself as the open standard for building event-driven automations. And because it's open source with a self-hosted option, it appeals to organizations that need full control over their data. The truth is, these tools aren't really competitors. They just live on different planets, and they both have the mission to save us time through automation. If you need something that talks to people and looks great doing it, try AgentKit. It's built for customer-facing chat assistants, support bots, or scenarios where the user experience needs a conversational approach to problem-solving, querying data, and similar. If you need something that talks to systems, runs quietly in the background, and gives you full control, stick with n8n. It's built for developers and technical teams who need reliability, flexibility, and transparency. And that's it. Thanks for listening to the AI Breakdown. Catch you next time.